out there. And we are powering up right now. I'm holding this. It's out of here. All right. Welcome. So excited to have you here for our last Wednesday night service here. And we are going to be on Sundays from now on. But so excited for you to be here. Gavin's in the chat, but he's also here. No way. That's funny. Okay. But get ready, set, and smack Matt's face. Come on, let's get it up there. Smack Matt's face. It's loading. Well, I guess you can't smack his face, but when it gets up there, just click on it, just smack it, and then when you do, 1,000 robotic monkeys will swarm a boat and capture that boat, sail around the sea, pick up lots of other people, come here to the church, and have a party. No, that's not actually going to happen. What's really going to happen is you're going to send out invites when you smack Matt's face whenever it comes. I hope it comes up. That's okay. If you don't know, my name is Ethan, and I'm so excited to be with you today. And I sort of have some news. I have some news, church, peeps, students, ensemble. I got a puppy. It's a golden retriever puppy. I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Ethan, guess what? I don't care. Well, and you know what? I understand that, so I was probably that kid when I was growing up. Somebody would be like, oh, I got a new trampoline. It's so awesome and stuff. I'd be like, oh, guess what? No one cares about you and your stupid trampoline. But, I mean, that's the thing. If I actually had a trampoline, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm super excited about my own trampoline and being on my own trampoline. I'd be like, you know what? Hey, I can't wait to be there so much that I'm actually jumping up and down and getting ready to do it. But that's the thing. There's a sort of a division between caring, not caring about things. What?
Hey, you know who has a trampoline? Gavin McGill.
Gavin McGill. And guess what?
Yeah, you do. But you had one.
Come on up, Gavin.
Here, stand right here.
Right.
You gotta look that way.
Yeah.
Look. This is Gavin.
Tell everybody who you are, Gavin.
I'm Gavin.
Oh, okay. Hello, Gavin.
Gavin,
Hi.
say what's up to Jax. He's in the chat
What's
right
up,
now.
Jax?
Look, Jax, it's Gavin. Why did you guys get rid of your trampoline?
Old.
Tell him.
Oh, it was too old. Yeah. The springs kept breaking and I fell off.
It was a really bad idea. One time, I actually I had a sleepover with my friends, and we all decided to sleep on the trampoline. You know why that was a bad idea?
Did it rain?
No, it didn't rain, although that would have been bad too. But it was actually just really cold.
Oof.
Yeah, oof is right. Yeah, okay. So, Gavin, a little information about you. What grade are you in, Gavin?
7th.
7th grade. And what school do you go to?
Roy Junior High.
Roy Junior High? I'm at North Park Elementary. Do you know where that is?
No.
No. Well, it's kind of where all my kids go, I think. I don't know. That's okay. Roy Junior High. All right. And do you do anything fun outside of school? You could tell everybody, the audience.
I do track.
Track and field. What do you do in track?
Run.
Run where?
Around this track.
How many times?
Just depends.
Just depends. Okay, so are you like a sprinter? Do you do the 400?
It just depends on what the coach puts me in.
So you run all sorts of things in track. What's your favorite event in track, Gavin?
Probably the 100 meters.
100 meters. So you're a sprinter, a natural born get from A to B kind of a person. Okay, question. What are you running from? That's just a joke, really. But if you're a sprinter, I feel like naturally you'd be the best suited person to get out of danger really fast if it was 100 meters. Am I right?
Probably.
Probably. And if you were on your way 100 meters to a place, you would get there faster than anybody else.
Most likely.
Would you say that you could, beat me in a race?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just maybe.
I call that a challenge, Gavin. You'll beat me. I'll blow out my hamstring. Oh, he's not it. They look like you can run in those, can't you?
Nope.
They're not running shoes, but you can run in them, so they are running shoes. I've been Matt. Don't laugh about dad's shoes. Matt and I had to talk about this, and we said that, hey, these are dad's shoes. And I was, I said I was okay. Yeah, I said I was okay with it. Gavin, are these dad shoes?
I would say they're dad shoes.
They're dad shoes. What does your dad wear?
I don't know.
Shoes like this?
No.
Are they cool? They're cooler than that. Yeah, worship leader boots. Oh, I haven't gotten those. No. But that sounds good. So, you've been in track. Ever think about throwing in the field?
No.
Not throwing in the But, well, it's actually, it's super exciting because I was just saying this before. Gavin is always on the chat, ringing it up, and I feel like I know him just from this screen right here. Just right here. But then he's actually here. It's kind of amazing. He's here in two places at one time. He's that fast. Wow. Okay, so what's your time in the 100 meter?
I don't know.
You don't know. Just fast. Just run fast. How many events do you do?
My highest is like 3.
3? Dude, that's actually pretty. I did track 1 year in 9th grade, and they had me do the 400. So that's like one full lap, right? Just for our viewers over there, and just for myself, yeah. And one full lap. And then right after that, I had to do the 4x100. So we're carrying batons like this and passing them. You probably know this. Whenever you have one event back to back, how do you feel about that next event?
Really tired and scared.
Yeah. Pretty tired and scared. It feels like almost like I can't even run this event. You know what I mean? If I talked about my puppy earlier, Gavin. Do you care about the fact that I have a puppy?
Yeah.
You do? Here. You like puppies?
Yeah.
You like puppies?
Love puppies.
But guess what kind of puppy it is? You love what? Tuddles? Turtles. I thought you said Tuddles. I'm like, who's Tuddles? Is he from it? No, Tuddles from Hook. From Hook, yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm venturing off. My ADHD has just sort of taken me into a tangent, and I got to remember what we were talking about. A puppy. Okay. My puppy is a golden retriever puppy. Have you ever seen Air Bud?
Yeah.
Air Buddies?
Yeah.
You get the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but my dog's better.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you know.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So, anyways, all right, I got my puppy, all right, and I totally care about my puppy, and I love my puppy, but oh my gosh. You think a puppy's hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty hard. Do you have a puppy?
Yeah.
A dog?
It's more of a cat. It's a dog.
More of a cat than is more of a cat. So wait, what are we talking about here?
It's a dog, but it acts like a cat.
It's a dog. Oh, see, I actually thought you had a cat. So now, actually, that was good that we clarified. A dog that acts like a cat. In what way does it act like a cat?
Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything at all? Just lays around? Just doesn't do anything. Yours chases lasers. Mine does a little bit. But you love your dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got it when it was a puppy?
Yes.
Okay, and so it was hard to raise as a puppy. You know what I realized?
What?
It's a good response. Yeah. What I realized was that when I was a kid, I thought raising a puppy was easy, but you know why?
I don't know why.
You don't know why. Yeah, you don't. Because my parents actually did it. So now I'm here. We got a puppy. I'm like, this will be easy. And then I got into doing it, and I got into training a puppy, and then I realized that it's actually hard, and there's no way I actually trained a puppy before my parents did it. I still love the puppy. Do you think I love the puppy?
Well, you just said you love.
Yeah, I did. I've said it 5 times.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gavin, for being on. It's been an awesome sport, man. It's great to see you.
High five hands or something in the chat. Show Gavin some love. Hey, we are about to kick this thing off.
Ethan, man, I've got a great game tonight.
No.
I have got a great
No.
game tonight.
No way.
First, though, I want to announce the winners of last week. Who do you think won last week?
A chair and a lamp.
No. Last week, Isaac and
Nope.
Emma both won. It was a tie.
Whoa.
And so, Isaac and Emma, I owe you both a Fizz, $10 Fizz gift card.
$100.
Come see us. And you know what? This is the last, not 110. This is the last Wednesday night live stream. After tonight, we won't be meeting on Wednesday night for a while, so I'm glad you came and joined us tonight. We will be meeting in person in this room starting Sunday, May the 2nd.
Right here.
Plan on coming and join us either 9:30 or 11 o'clock. Look forward to seeing you there. Hey, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Check this out. You don't sound anything like me.
Sound exactly like you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Riley Ann.
No, that's.
Riley Ann.
Oh, you want to? We're gonna play this game.
You know what I
We're
sound
gonna
like
play this
right now?
game. No.
I sound like one of the Lollipop Guild and Wizard of Oz. We represent the Lollipop Guild.
I don't even know what's happening right now. Hey, students at the Heights, we're going to play a game, and I've been looking forward to this game. I've asked Riley and Josh to help play this game, and here's how it's going to go. This is a Bible trivia game, but you don't have to know any Bible trivia.
They don't.
No, they don't. You two do. So here's how we're going to play the game.
already
It's
lost.
the game is called "What Doesn't Your Youth Leader Know?" And so here's what we're going to do. That's a great game. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give a question, and what you have to do is put in the chat whether you think the youth leader I pick for the question will know the correct answer or not. If you match it up, so if you say no, I don't think they'll get it right, and they don't get it right, you get a point. If you say, yeah, I think they'll totally get that one right, and they get it right, you get a point. But if you say, I think they won't get it right, and then they get it right, no point for you. No point for you. All right, so here, all right, we're going to play
Not
this.
in my house.
So here's the first question is going to go to Riley.
Okay.
The first question is for Riley.
Wait,
So-
is this on a timer?
I mean, we're going to be like a couple.
Oh, okay,
seconds.
okay.
I mean, they're pretty basic questions. So here's the first question. Riley.
I'm ready.
What is the name of the town where Jesus grew up? And it's multiple choice. Was it
I don't need choices.
Was it Bethlehem, Nazareth, Jerusalem, or Damascus? Throw in the chat. Don't answer yet. Throw in the chat if you think Riley will get this answer correct. Throw it in the chat. I'm going to move our
Grew
chat
up in
window over
Ogden,
here
Utah, Matt.
so I can see.
Yeah, duh.
Jesus
Hang on.
was born and raised in Ogden.
Why is this?
Yeah, he was.
This is a trick question.
I'm going to move the chat window over so I can see what people
What do they
are saying.
think?
All right. What do we got?
Nothing
Okay.
We got nothing.
Nobody's answering. Nobody's there.
Is
Throw in the
anybody
chat.
even watching?
Throw in the chat.
No, Jax, don't give us the answer. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I already knew the answer, but
Throw in the chat if you think she'll get it right or not. It's yes or no. Yes, I think she'll get it right. No, I don't think she will. Throw in the chat what you think. Will she get the correct answer? All right, Riley, what do you think the correct answer is? Bethlehem, Nazareth, Jerusalem, or Damascus?
I see where you were trying to trick me with this
Yes.
one because he was born in A, Bethlehem.
Yes.
He was grew up in B, Nazareth.
Are you locking that in? Is that
I'm
your final
locking
answer?
it in.
That's her final answer.
I'm
The correct
ready.
answer is?
Nazareth.
That's
Nazareth.
right,
Yeah, of
it
course.
is.
The
All right.
Jesus of Nazareth.
So if
guys.
you
Come on.
said Riley will get that one correct, you get a point. You're on your way. All right, Josh, this
Now
question's
I
for you.
Emily
right?
said I would.
All right, all right.
Easy one, Riley.
This one's for Josh. This one's for Josh. Josh, here's your question. Which tribe is Paul from? Is he from the tribe of Benjamin, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of Reuben, or the tribe of Judah? Throw in the chat right now. If you not the answer, I don't want the answer. I want to know if you think Josh will know the answer or not. Yes or no?
Riley knows
Do
the
you
answer.
think Josh will get the answer right?
Riley
Well,
knows
one
what
of
it
the
is.
answers is a pair of pants. The other one's a sandwich. And the other one is a name of a normal kid today. So
Riley
I
could
Okay.
tell
I
you.
think I've narrowed it down.
I think Josh has given you what to say.
Emma likes my hair. Thank you, Emma. I just got it colored.
Yes or no? Do you think Josh will get it right? Throw it in the chat right now. I'm going to give you just another second. And Josh, here's your question. Which tribe is Paul from? Is he from the tribe of Benjamin, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of Reuben, or the tribe of Judah?
Because I really suck at Bible trivia, so if I get this wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it's Judah.
All right, are you locking that in? Is that your final answer?
I have no other choice.
Is that your final
I
answer?
guess I have 3 other choices,
You-
but...
yeah, there's literally 3
Oh, am I
others.
wrong? Amber said I'm wrong.
He said Judah. He said Judah. You locked
Reuben
it in.
sandwich.
He said Judah.
Reuben sandwich.
The correct answer is
It's Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Wow, I was
You
wrong.
knew that. She knew that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
That's all right.
Told you, she gets the easy ones. I'm going to get the hard
All
ones.
right, all right, all
I
right.
answered that
Wait,
one too.
Wait, she knew that one. All right, here's the next question is
I
for
answered
Riley.
yours
I'm
too.
ready.
Shh, here's the question. Riley,
Yeah.
who was Adam and Eve's first son? Was it Seth, Enoch, Cain, or Abel? Think about that. Throw in the chat if you think she will get this right. Who was Adam and Eve's first son? Right? Do you think she'll get it right? Yes or no? Throw it in the chat if you think she'll get it right. Is a yes. If you think she won't, it's a no.
So I think the questions are getting progressively harder.
I think they
Maybe.
are.
Possibly. I
Because
don't know.
I have no idea.
Well, it wouldn't be any fun if you knew
I
all
think
the
I
answers.
know, but I think it's a trick.
Okay, so
I think I know
here
the
we go.
answer
Throw in
too.
the chat, Riley. Who was
Okay.
Adam and Eve's firstborn son? Seth, Enoch, Cain, or Abel?
Cain and Abel were twins, so I think it's C and D, Cain and Abel.
You have to pick one.
I couldn't tell you.
You must pick one.
Let's see. Which one killed which? They were twins. Cain and Abel were twins. Were they not? Okay.
I'll answer
Cain and
this
Abel
one.
were twins, and I'm going to
Ready.
say I
Put me in,
think
coach.
Cain was born first.
Is that your final answer?
I guess.
She's locking in Cain. The correct answer is
All I know
Cain.
is Enoch was
Hey,
not
she
one
got
of
it
their
right.
sons.
She got
they
it
had
right.
3 sons,
Okay.
Cain, Abel, and
If you
Seth.
said yes, she
Enoch
would get it
was
right. You
not
get
one
yourself
of their
a point.
sons.
All right, Josh, your turn. Here's your question.
All right, another hard one.
Your question is, who is David's chief counselor? Is it Nathan, Absalom, Ahithophel, or Abiathar?
You know sign language, Ethan?
I'd like you to say C again. Will you just tell us what? Could you say that one more time?
Ahithophel. Ahithophel. All right, what do you think? Think about that. Don't answer right now. This one's a gimme. I feel like he may not know this one. Throw in the chat if you think Josh will get it correct, yes or no. Will he know the answer to this? Stop trying to cheat.
I'm not. I was trying to read
All right.
Ethan's mouth.
Okay, here we go. I need an answer. Who is David's chief counselor? Nathan, Absalom, Ahithophel, or Abiathar?
I'm not going to try and say it, but C.
You're going with C.
Going with C,
Locking
coach.
it in. He locked it in. The correct answer is C.
Nice, buddy.
I feel like he's
That
cheating.
was a good one.
I feel like you cheated.
I just guessed.
Tell me the truth. Did you cheat? Amber told you.
Amber.
So,
Amber, you should
because
be
he
ashamed.
because he's in church and he told the truth, if you said no, you get a point. Because you didn't know it. You didn't know it. You didn't know.
'Kay.
You didn't know. All right, Riley, your question.
Yes, I'm ready.
What does the Hebrew name Jehovah Jireh mean? Does it mean the Lord will provide, the Lord is our banner, the Lord who heals, or the Lord our peace? Think about your answer. No help from the back of the room. In the chat, throw if you think she will know the answer. It's a yes. If you don't, it's a no. What do you think? Does she know the answer to this question? What do you think, Josh? You think she knows it or not?
I don't know it.
You don't. That
I
wasn't
know
what I
Jehovah
asked.
means the Lord. So
Yeah.
you
It
have
could be
4
any of them.
options.
All right, throw in the chat. Yes or no? Do you think she'll know it? Riley.
This one is a hard one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with D, the Lord our peace.
She's going with the Lord our peace.
I'm going to counter it. I think it's A.
He thinks it's A. The correct
Oh.
answer is A.
Good one.
That was just a guess, fam.
So if you
Straight
said
guess.
no, you get a point.
That was a good one.
Joshy. I feel like you're cheating.
Come on, no, I didn't cheat on that one. I swear. I swear on my life.
Amber,
All right.
did he cheat? Did you tell him?
Joshy. She did. Oh, do you have you don't have you. All right. Here's Josh's question.
Oh, I should have had my ears in. That
Josh.
made this so much easier.
What book of the Bible contains the story of Samson? Is it Exodus, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, or Judges? Think about your answer. Throw in the chat right now, yes or no, if you think Josh, without cheating, stop Amber. Do you think he will be able to answer this question without help from Amber, without cheating?
Amber, Grayson, stand
Amber's
in front of
gotta stop.
Amber.
Yeah,
I appreciate
somebody
the
block
love,
Amber.
Emily.
Grayson, block Amber.
Emily's, letting me know that she
Is it-
struggles as well. And that makes me feel good about myself.
Well, we all struggle, man. It's real. All right. Lock your answers in. Josh, what book of the Bible contains the story of Samson? Exodus,
1 Kings.
1 Kings, 2 Kings, or Judges?
1 Kings.
1 Kings. The correct answer is Judges. If you said no,
My gut was
give yourself a
wrong.
point. If you said no, give yourself a point. All right, I think we got more.
Okay.
Here's the next one.
I'm ready.
How long do I have to embarrass
Here's the
myself?
next question. What book and chapter are the fruit of the Spirit found in? Is it Galatians 5, Colossians 3, Ephesians 6, or Philippians 4? Think about your answer. Throw in the chat right now if you think Riley will get this question right or not. Does she know which chapter and verse the fruit of the Spirit is located in? Throw
Book
your
and
answer in the
chapter.
chat right now. Book and chapter, book and chapter, book and chapter. All right, Riley.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I need an
Bro, if
answer.
she knows the verse, I'll give her $50.
What?
I'm gonna lay
It's
down
several
You can make a little
verses.
scratch right now.
The fruit of the Spirit is several verses. I think it's C, Ephesians 6.
Ephesians 6, the correct answer is?
Let's see it, Alyssa.
Galatians 5. Galatians 5 talks about the fruit of the Spirit. If you said no, give yourself a point. If you said yes, so sorry. All right, Joshie, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready for yours? What did Melchizedek
Melchizedek.
give to
Melchizedek.
Abram? A tenth of his riches, his land, his army, or bread and wine? Think about your answer. Think about
This
your
is
answer.
a toughie.
Think about your answer.
is a
Throw in
hard
the chat,
one.
if yes or no, if you think Josh will know the answer to this question. Throw it in there. What do you think he's going to know the answer? Is he going to pull
No.
this one out without
no,
cheating?
I think he could guess.
He's good at guessing.
He could
He's guessed
guess.
I'm
quite
not
a
good
few.
at guessing.
He could
I mean, you got
possibly
to
guess.
one
You have a
right.
25% chance of getting it right.
Can I phone in a
Nope.
friend?
Nope.
No,
All right,
you
throw in the
already
chat.
did.
Yes or no? Do you think he'll get it right? Joshie, what did
Melchizedek.
Melchizedek give to Abram?
A tenth of his riches.
Tenth of his riches. The correct answer is bread and
Dang
wine.
it, I literally was A or D in my head.
You could say that
Bread
after,
and
sure.
wine. All right, do we have more? How many more do we have? Two more. All right,
Okay.
two more. Riley, here's
I'm
your
ready.
question. Here we go. Who was the woman judge who led Israel to victory? Was it Hagar, Deborah, Esther, or Hannah? Think about your answer. Throw in the chat right now if you think she will know the answer to this question. Yes or
This is
no?
my poker
Throw it
face.
into the chat. I have
What do you
confidence
think?
in her. I'm just saying. Josh, what do you think? She going to get it right? Well, what would you say if you were betting on her? Would you say yes or no?
So, because this has to do with a woman judge,
Yeah.
a female taking people to victory, I think Riley might know this.
Okay.
Oh, you
Because
think?
she loves powerful women.
Okay.
That's not wrong to say, right? No. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's fine. No,
right.
exactly.
Throw in the chat, yes or no. Do you think she'll know the answer? Riley Ann, who do you think was the woman judge
It
That's
was
what I was gonna
Karen.
do. Karen.
Israel to
Where's
victory?
Karen?
I would
no,
bet
Karen
my
would have
house-
just stood there and
I'm
argued about it.
100% positive it's Deborah.
Deborah. And the correct answer is Deborah. Of course. Good job, Riley.
There's one thing I know,
Good job,
it's women
Riley.
in the Bible.
All right, last question.
Called it.
Last chance, Josh. Are you ready? Here's your question. How many verses are in the longest chapter of the Bible? 150, 183, 176, or 119? Throw in the chat right now if you think he knows the answer or not. Yes or no? Will Josh pull this one out for the win?
Josh might be getting the harder questions.
He might.
I wouldn't
might.
know that
I
one
don't know.
might.
either. That's
All
all
right,
right.
he's got a 25% chance.
I feel like no matter
like
what,
on
we're
all
always
of
going to think the other person's questions are easier.
Oh, okay.
All right,
okay.
Josh. How many verses are in the longest?
183B.
183b. The correct answer is 176. Psalm 119. Hey, thanks for playing.
tried,
I will
Gavin.
let you
We
guys
tried.
know Sunday, May 2nd, who the winner of the $10 Fizz gift card is. Right now, high five hands in the chat for Josh and Riley for putting it out there and being brave and willing to show us what they know. I'm going to welcome the band up on stage right now. Well, I mean, that's what it was called. It was called What Doesn't Your Youth Leader Know? Well, welcome the band up on stage right now. Get yourselves ready for worship. Josh and the band sound great tonight. I'm looking forward to their worship set. Come on up. Come on up. Take your places. We're going to do this. Make some noise for Josh. Josh, I'm excited for worship tonight. Here we go.
Let's run it. Ethan likes to be in the smoke over there. No, it's his favorite place. All right. Well, we're going to start today off with a song that we haven't played before. I'm sure a lot of you have heard it in some rendition before. Is that the right word? Rendition? Yeah. Favorite song for worship. It's like my whole concept of what worship is. It's why I love worship so much. So I hope you guys like it. We'll just set a fire in our hearts. Soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more. 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 I want more, God. Won't you pour it out? I want more. 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 I want more, God. Won't you pour it out? No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be than here in your love, here in your love. No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be than here in your love, here in your love. So set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. So set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more, 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 God. Won't you pour it out? I want more, 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 God. Won't you pour it out? So set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. I want more, 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 God. Won't you pour it out? I want more, 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 God. Won't you pour it out? No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be than here in your love, here in your love. Oh, I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. Oh, and I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know that we're all searching for answers. Only you provide, and you tell what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. 'Cause you are perfect in all of your ways. Oh, you're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. God, you're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Oh, it's love so undeniable. I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable. I can hardly think as you call me deeper still, as you call me deeper still, as you call me deeper still into love. Love, 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 you're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. 'Cause you are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Just as I am, you welcome me. With open arms, how can this be? My guilt is undone, my past is untethered. I leave it behind and run to my Father. There is no disappointment in your eyes. There is no shame, there is only pride. For I am loved, Father, I'm loved by you. So unreserved, your heart for me. My fear is gone, I am set free. There's nothing to hide, there's nothing to measure. 'Cause I am your child, and that's all that matters. Oh, there's no disappointment in your eyes. There is no shame, there is only pride. For I am loved, Father, I'm loved distance in your embrace. Over and over again you say that I am loved. Father, I'm loved by you. Oh, I am loved. Father, I'm loved by you. You are changing everything. You are changing everything. I believe it. I receive it. You are changing everything. I are changing everything. You are changing everything. I believe it. I receive it. You are changing everything. I believe it. I receive it. You are changing everything. There's no disappointment in your eyes. There's no shame, there is only pride. For I am loved. Father, I'm loved by you. There's no distance in your embrace. Over and over again you say, for I am loved. Father, I'm loved by you. Oh, I am loved. Father, I'm loved by you. I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved. I'm loved, I'm loved by you. I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved. Father, I'm loved by you. God, just thank you so much for bringing everybody here online, and help us to be able to just celebrate in this last Wednesday that we have for the live stream, and just be so excited to be able to come back in person next week, God, and for us to listen to this lesson and to just realize how loved we are by you, God, and how much you just want us to know that, and how no matter what we do, our sin can be untethered from us, and that no matter how far we go, that there's no distance in your embrace, God, that you're just so willing and open and forgiving to let us come back to you no matter what. And we just love you so much, and we pray for these things, and help us to be able to have a great night tonight, God. And we just pray for these things in your name. Amen.
Welcome back. Welcome to Wednesday night. Last Wednesday night live stream that we're going to do. And some of you might be wondering, well, what are we going to do on Wednesday night after this? Well, to tell you, we're going to take a break. The leaders and the volunteers who've been in this room since October, kind of putting together these live streams and Zoom calls and all the stuff we've been doing, they deserve a break. So we're going to take Wednesdays off for a while. We're going to shut Wednesday nights down, but that doesn't mean we're not going to be doing anything. We're going to be preparing and getting ready for kind of the next season. Those of you who've been around Students at the Heights for a while, you know that in June, we usually kick off. We didn't last year because of the COVID, but usually in June, we start a little thing we call Wednesdays at the Park. And I'm fully anticipating that we will, in June, start meeting at the park again, hanging out with friends, kind of playing games and having a great time. So look forward to that. That's going to start in June on Wednesday nights, but we're going to take the month of May off. But we will still be pushing content out. We have our own YouTube page, right? Did you know we had our own YouTube page, Gavin? What? Have you subscribed? No. All right, so here's what I want you all to do. Get on YouTube, search for WHC Space Media, and when you go to the homepage of the church's YouTube channel, you'll see our channel button there. You can click on our channel, subscribe, and that way when we put new content up on our YouTube channel, you'll get a notification. Say, hey, Students at the Heights has new content posted today. We're going to post some fun videos with your leaders. We're going to post, obviously, every week's message will be up there, and then maybe some other stuff throughout the week. So we're shuttering Wednesday, but that doesn't mean we're going away. We're going to continue to reach out to you guys and be there with you. And as a part of that is a YouTube channel. That's one thing we're doing. Right now, I want to lean into, we're going to be starting a new series over the next 4 weeks. And as we come into this, I want to talk about something. And I know I've spoken about this before. So a lot of you, this isn't going to be a surprise. It won't be, something, it's a life shocker to you. You've known this if you've been around me at all. When I was a kid, I had dreams of becoming an actor. I wanted to be an actor. And I was certain, man, I knew I was going to be an actor. I wanted to be on TV, like movie, stage. It didn't matter, whatever the genre. It didn't matter. I just wanted to be an actor. And as a kid, there was a period of time where that was the most important thing to me. Like, that was my everything. Like, I poured all of my energy, all of my efforts into wanting to be an actor and perfecting my craft. And like, I could feel it in my bones. You ever feel that way about something? Like, you get involved in some sport, or maybe it's an activity or something, and you just click, you vibe with it, and you go, that's it. Like, I know that's what I'm supposed to be doing with my entire life. That's what I was born to do. See, that's how I felt about acting. Like, I practiced at home. Like, I tried out for school plays. I even went to like this private acting studio with like working child actors at the time. And I was in class with some pretty famous kids. You know, they were kids when I was in there. They're grown-up adults now, but a lot of them are still acting. And they're people that you would know. They're names you would know. And see, for a few years, right, I was committed. Like, I learned, I studied, I practiced, and I improved. Like, I wanted to work on my craft. And then at some point, like, I stopped taking classes. And I started, like, hanging out with friends more. Like, I spent more time at the beach or, like, skateboarding. Like, I found other things that kind of drew me away, and I started doing other stuff. And so to make a long story short, right, here I am today. Not a big star in Hollywood, right? I know it's a shock, but I'm not. Should have been. I could have been. Probably not. But who knows? See, one day, I was like cleaning some stuff up at the house, and I cleaned it out of a box, and I stumbled upon my old headshots. And those of you who don't know, headshots are like a series of pictures that actors or actresses have taken in different poses and different outfits to kind of show casting directors kind of the range of characters that you could play. And I came across my old headshots, and these were taken when I was like 18, 19, somewhere in that range. And, you know, that was kind of where I felt like I was going to be, you know, an actor. I knew it was going to happen. And I looked at those headshots, and I looked at the me that was in those pictures, and I couldn't help but think, man, what would that me have thought about the me today? Like, would he be disappointed by kind of the path I took? And not necessarily that I'm a youth pastor, but that, you know, I never actually like really went all in and pursued this dream that me had at the time. See, I think it's funny how quickly a dream can fade. Right? Like for real. 1 minute, it was my everything. And then like seemingly overnight, it was like my afterthought. And it's something I come back to every now and then and go, man, what would have happened if I had ever done that or pursued that like for real? And I want to ask you a question. Have you ever had something like that happen to you? Like throw in the chat if you ever had that happen to you. If you ever had like a big dream or an idea and then just kind of over time it faded away. Like maybe you even started like putting in the work, but then, somewhere along the line you forgot about it. Like maybe it wasn't acting. Maybe you like wanted to start your own YouTube channel. And like like you vlogged all day long, like for an entire day, like spitting all this content out, and then like you were too tired to actually edit it and upload it, so you said you'd do it later and tomorrow, and eventually too many days passed, and then you just forgot about it. And all right, there goes my whole vlogging career. Maybe you're an athlete, and you had goals like maybe to level up your skills, or to even like get in better shape over the summer. This is one of my goals every year. But things didn't go as planned. Like too many skipped connected from the passion that you had around those original goals. Right? It's easy to do. Maybe you were like me when I was in school, like every year. Summer would hit and like you cruise through summer and all these great things happen. And then as you get closer to fall, you're going, oh, school's going to start soon. And like for me, I wasn't a great student. Like you guys know this about me too. I wasn't really committed to my studies. And but every year as fall came close, as that new school year turned, it was just around the corner. Like I remember committing to myself every year, like this is the year I'm going to be a good student. This is the year like I'm going to knuckle down and like I'm going to work hard on my grades. And maybe that's you. Maybe like you were going to really work hard on your grades this year. Like you wanted to raise your GPA and like boost your chances of getting into your dream college. You had like this whatever it takes mentality going into the year. But like here you are 9 months later, not exactly where you wanted to be. See, the quickest way to go from super important to kind of forgot about it is for it to be out of sight, right? You guys ever hear that phrase, out of sight, out of mind? Yeah, it's real. Like, did you know that's a real thing? It's not just like something old people say, like out of sight, out of mind. That's a real deal. And this isn't just something true about like activities or goals that we have. Like, think about it. When it comes to people, right? Think about like people. Like when it comes to your friends, right? When we lose connection with our friends, like we sometimes fill our heads with ideas about things that may or may not have happened or changed since we last saw them. Right? Like imagine like your best friend group or your best friend individually, like if you hadn't seen them for a while and they were just like MIA, they're just like ghosted, right? You might find yourself wondering things like, are we even still friends? Like I haven't seen them in forever. Are we still friends? Maybe you go down the rabbit hole of, like, I wonder if they're mad at me. Like, is there something I did? Like, did I do something to upset them or offend them? And is that why we're not hanging out? Is that why we're not calling? Is that why they're not, like, returning my texts or responding to my DMs? Like, is that what's going on? Or maybe you go down even further and go, man, did they replace me with someone else? Like, have I been replaced? Have they found someone better friend somewhere out there and they just don't want to be a part of my life anymore? See, sometimes friendships slowly drift apart. Like we begin to question and start to doubt the friendship. And it all starts with the lack of interaction or time together, right? And you guys are going through this, right? But I can look back on like my junior high, my high school years, and I, when I was in junior high, like I made the greatest friends, and we were the tightest group knit of friends, right? I never met friends as similar to me, and like we hung out all the time, like we were always at someone's house in a group, like we had sleepovers and we did swim parties and we went to the beach, like we were always like 24/7, we were always together. Now this is back before social media where you think you're together, but you're not really together. You feel like you're connected, but you're not really connected. Like we were connected, Like we saw each other every day. Like we were always talking and always hanging out. I thought, man, these are going to be my friends forever. Like these are going to be the friends. I thought at the time, these are going to be the friends that like, we're going to get old and we're going to get married and we're going to have kids and our kids will be friends and they'll be tight and then their friends, kids will be friends with our kids and then it'll just always be, we're always going to be together. What do you think happened? Yeah, we drifted apart. Because while we had everything in common in junior high, we get to high school and like things change. We change. You grow up and you mature. And it's not like the friendships just fractured and ended like one day. It's like you just gradually drift apart. Just slowly over time, like you have less and less in common. And you spend less and less time together. See, what happens with us and with a dream that we want to accomplish but end up abandoning is the same thing that happens with friends we want to stay close to but end up drifting apart from. Right? Like we have a goal. Like me and my friends in junior high, our goal, we're going to be friends forever. Like we're going to get married and we're going to stay close and we're going to live down the block from each other and like our friends, our kids will be friends with it. Like that was our goal. That was our dream. That's what we thought was going to happen. We have an end in mind, but without making a habit out of the work to make that goal a reality, the dream dies. The friendships fizzle and the things just don't turn out the way we wanted or thought that they would. And it's not that it's necessarily a bad thing like with friends. You know, I saw a movie one time, a long time ago, and it was a story about these kids, these little, going into junior high, and they have this great last, blast of summer, and they go on this little adventure and whatever, and at the end, like the narrator is talking like he was one of those kids, and he's talking about, yeah, I never saw that kid again, and then that kid, we just drifted apart, and there was a line in that movie that kind of hit and stuck with me, because there's so much truth in it. And the line in the movie says, friends come in and out of your life like busboys in a restaurant. Right? You guys know what busboys are. They're the guys that come and clean the table. Right? They're just kind of there and then they're gone. And a lot of times that's how it is with our friendships, right? And it's just what happens. Because you just drift apart, like you change, you grow, and you have different things that are important to you. But what if you wanted to make it last? How much work would you have to put in? Like, it can't be just a casual thing. Like you have to commit to it. You have to pour into that relationship if you want it to last. Because without making a habit of like spending time with people that we care about, or without making a habit out of practicing the skills we need to make that dream come true, we don't accomplish what we want. Like, you have to put work in to make that last. You have to put work in if you want to achieve that goal or that dream. That doesn't happen just by accident. It takes effort. It takes commitment. It takes a lot of work. And here's the thing. Many of you have just started an exciting new relationship with God. Or maybe you've been a Jesus follower for a while. And you don't want to drift apart from Him, right? Or if I had to guess, I would bet some of you have had that same sort of experience with God already, right? The relationship fizzles. Like the goal of being close is never really reached. You never feel like you really got close to God. Like you want to, but like I just don't feel like I'm close to God. And maybe you found yourself wondering why that is. Like, why don't I feel close to God? Like I want to feel close to God. Why don't I feel close to God? Is it because God's invisible? Like, that's a real thing, right? Like, that could be a real stumbling. You want to be close to your friends. Like, you text them. You hang out with them. You do things with them. But it's kind of hard to hang out and do things with a God who's invisible. I get it. Or maybe it's far away. Like, you can't see Him. And I don't feel Him, like, close to me right now. Or it seems strange to try to figure out how to talk to someone that you don't have an open text thread with. Like maybe that's a real thing, right? Because you talk about your friends. Yeah, man, these are my friends. I know they're my friends because I'm an active text thread with them. I just texted her an hour ago. Or maybe you even wonder, maybe if you did something wrong that's caused this distance, this feeling that you have that you're not close to him. Like, is it my fault? Have I done something wrong? Is it wrong choices or things I've done in my life that are causing God like to pull away from me? See, whatever idea you have of what you think a relationship with God looks like, maybe it just isn't happening and it feels a bit like the goal you abandoned and the friendship that just isn't the same. And the question you're asking is this the way it has to be? Like, is this how it's meant to be? See, when he was on earth, Jesus had a moment when he was surrounded by several religious experts, right? Think about them. They loved asking Jesus questions. And sometimes because they wanted to learn from him, but mainly because they wanted to trip him up. They were trying to catch him, right? They wanted to catch him saying something that would cause Jesus to lose his influence and to ruin his reputation. They were trying to bring him down. And at one point, one of the religious leaders asked Jesus this. They asked him, what's the greatest commandment? Right, they're all familiar. Hopefully, most of us are familiar. The 10 Commandments, like the rules that God gave Moses. It's like, those 10 most important things. And they say, all right, Jesus, well, those are great. Those are super important. But which one is the most important? And see, these religious leaders thought that they understood God and his law better than anyone. Right? That was what they were all about. They spent all their time, all their days, like studying the Word of God and trying to get closer to God. And they believed that they were the ones who had all the answers, right? They were in no danger of forgetting about God. They spent all their time thinking about and working towards God. Following God's rules were like front and center of their entire lives. That's what they were all about. And now, right, in front of a crowd of people, they asked Jesus, like out of the hundreds of laws and commandments, which one he would make number one. Which one's most important, Jesus? And Jesus responds with an answer. Every one of the teachers and every one of the experts of the law would have known by heart because they'd have heard it their entire lives. Jesus says in Mark 12:30, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. So you want to know what the most important commandment is? This is it. Love God. Love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. Jesus tells us what he wants us to do. He wants us to love an invisible God with everything that we have. But it doesn't say how, right? He gives us the what, but he doesn't tell us how. What's the most important? Love God. Okay, how am I supposed to do that, Jesus? See, he didn't say at that moment, but later, Jesus uses an illustration to help explain how. And John, one of Jesus' followers and friends, records a big conversation between Jesus and his disciples. And see, Jesus knew that while he was visible to his friends at the moment, that he wasn't going to be for much longer. Right? Jesus knew, like, things are winding down here. I'm coming to near the end of my ministry. Like, things are going to happen that he knew about. And, his disciples, they weren't really sure. He tried, but they didn't always understand it. But he knew that he wasn't going to be around much longer, that eventually he would return to heaven and would no longer walk on earth. But it didn't mean that Jesus would no longer exist. He would just no longer be visible the way that they had gotten used to seeing him. And with that in mind, Jesus gives them an illustration. And I want you to catch this. This is John 15:5. Jesus says, I am the vine, and you are the branches. And if you remain in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Right? Now, you have to understand. See, Jesus used analogies a lot, right? He told stories to help people understand things. And, to us, it might sound kind of weird. But back in the day, when Jesus was talking to these people, they knew agriculture. They knew farming, right? It was a common and popular. It was as common and popular then as like cell phones are today, right? It was a part of everyday life. Everybody knew about farming, vines, and plant life. They would have immediately known, right, that the branch of a plant can only create fruit if that fruit is connected to the nutrients that the vine provides. Right? This would have been intuitive to them. But all right, let's put it in terms of like what we would understand, okay? It would be like saying that a power cord gets the electricity that it needs from the power outlet to give power to whatever's plugged into it. Right? Are you tracking with me? You following along? See, the verse is written a little differently, would say something like this, right? Like if Jesus were here today and he's talking to us, he might have said, I am the power outlet. He could have. And you are the cord. If you remain in me and I in you, you will power many devices. But apart from me, you can power nothing. Right? It makes a little more sense when you use terminology and language that we intuitively understand, right? This is exactly the message he was telling them. See, most of us have things at home that need to be plugged into an outlet in order to work, right? What are some of them? Your television, right? Your hair straightener, your coffee pot. What about your cell phone, right? Your computer, your tablet. Like the list could go on for days. There's so many things that we use that are part of our everyday life that need to be plugged in. Think about the incredible things that you can do and all the people you connect with, right? Like through your phone or your Xbox, right? If your Xbox is connected to an outlet, it can do wonders. It's a magical box, right? If your Xbox is unplugged, it's a pile of plastic and metal. It can do nothing. If your phone is connected to an outlet, it's the single most innovative piece of technology, like of all time. There's never been a time in the history of the world where such a device existed that could provide so much power and so much innovation. But if your phone has no battery left, it has all the potential in the world, but that's all it is potential. It can do nothing. If your device is connected to an outlet, it has true power. If your device has no electricity, it's dead. It can do nothing. And this is a lot like you and your relationship with God. You have so much power and so much potential to do so many things. Right? You can love your friends. You can serve your family. You can make wise decisions. You can pursue God's plan for your life. You can change the world right where you are, simply by living the life that God has called you to live. Like you can do all of these things and more in your everyday life if you're plugged in. See, if you're plugged in, that's when you begin to bear fruit, which is equal to your devices being powered up. When you're connected to God, you get to live as the single greatest creation of all time. God said so when He made you. If you aren't connected, you have all the potential in the world, but there's something standing in the way. There's still something in the way. You're still the greatest creation of all time, but there's like a gap between where you are and where you could be. And we need to stay connected to God to know God. And we need to know God in order to love God more. And loving God, that's what Jesus said was the most important commandment of all time. So you see how this is connected? In order to love God with everything we are, we need to be connected to Him with all that we are. Think of it this way. Connecting with God helps us know Him better. Right? Connecting with God helps us know Him better. Connecting with God will help you know Him better, but connecting with an invisible God, it's going to take some effort, right? I'm not naive. I know this isn't easy. It'll take making connection a habit. See, loving God with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength means that we're putting in the effort over time to make it happen. It's a conscious choice. It's not going to happen by accident. Like, you have to put the work in order to stay connected to Him. So how do we do that? Well, there's lots of ways to connect with God. So we're going to start with one simple idea. I'm going to make it simple. I'm going to break it down. The easiest way to stay connected with God is spend time with God. You go, duh. Of course, that's easy. But how? How do I spend time with God? See, over the next few weeks, we're going to talk more specifically about ways that you can spend time with God. But this week, I'll give you a challenge, right? I want to challenge you to spend 15 minutes with God each day. Doing what? All right, here's some ideas. I wouldn't leave you high and dry. I'm going to give you some ideas. 15 minutes every day this week. Commit to it. Like, put the work in and see if it doesn't change how you feel. See if it doesn't change how connected you feel. All right, a couple easy ways. First one, easiest one on the bunch. Put your ear pods in and listen to worship music. And think about God while you do. Think about the lyrics of the music, Christian music, worship music, and what are they saying about who God is? What are they saying about our relationship with Him? Listen to the lyrics. 15 minutes a day. Some of you already do this and you don't even realize you're doing it. And spend time, quality time alone, listening to music and thinking about God. Number 2, some of you like to get outdoors. Go for a walk. Take a walk. Go for a walk and pray. Like, talk to God about things that you are grateful for or need help with. Spend time having a conversation with him. You go, Matt, that's the hard part. He's invisible. I don't feel like he's there. He's there. He's listening. You have to trust and put in the work and know that he is, and he does. Take a walk. Tell him what's on your heart. I used to do this all the time. Even before I was a pastor, like at lunchtime, on my lunch breaks at work, I would take a walk around the building and I would just talk to God. I go, God, this is on my heart, and I'm worried about that. Thank you for this, and thank you for providing. Whatever it is, whether it's junk in your life or whether it's praise, just talk to God and pour it out to Him. Because I never felt more connected to Him than when I was doing that. Number 3, some of you aren't walkers. Some of you don't listen to a lot of music. Maybe you're a journaler. Maybe you write down some thoughts, some prayers, or some questions in your journal. Write it down. We call it a journal. Some people call it a diary. Guys can write journals or diaries too. It's okay. Or maybe you get on your flat screen device and you open up the YouVersion app, the Bible app, and you find yourself a devotional and you spend 15 minutes every day reading and doing a devotional. All I ask is pick one. Just pick one and go for it. Or maybe come up with your own ideas. You decide, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to feel magical. There's one goal and one point of spending time with God. It's to get to know Him better by connecting with Him. Like connecting with a power source. To begin to build our lives, the space for a habit of time spent with God. You have to build it in. You have to be intentional. It's not going to happen by accident. Just know that whatever you decide to try, it may look different for different people, right? Because just like there are endless ways that you connect with your friends, seeing them at school, hanging out at the weekends, going to the mall on a group date, commenting on their social media, like there's endless ways to connect with God. The point isn't how you do it, it's that you do it. And making a habit and a pattern out of spending time with Him. Getting to know and connecting with a God we can't see, it's going to take some time. Like, I get it. It'll take creating a habit over time before it starts to feel easier and more natural. But I love this phrase out of the book of James in the New Testament. James 4:8 says, "Come near to God, and He will come near to you." How cool is that? Come near to God and He will come near to you. Like, there's no magic formula about this. It's just taking time to make it a habit. Over time, we find ourselves closer to God. And He will feel closer to us. Even though like God is with us all the time, he will eventually bring a feeling of closeness that maybe you haven't experienced before. Imagine for a second if you made a habit out of connecting with God. Like what if, because of this habit, you felt comfortable with him, like closer to him? What if in the process of spending time with him, you really began to notice yourself loving God more, with more of your heart, with more of your mind, with more of your soul, and with more of your strength? Like how cool would it feel? How cool would it be if you felt really connected to the power, presence, and love of God? How cool would that be? Here's the thing. God wants you to make a habit out of spending time with him, of getting close to him, not because he wants to control you, right? But because he wants to be close to you. He's a good dad who wants a good relationship with his kids, and that includes you. Would you pray with me? Heavenly Father God, we thank you so much for your word. Thank you for the examples and the truth that we find in it. Lord, I pray that every single student watching right now would take time this week, 15 minutes a day, to find a way to spend time with you. And we trust in the promise of your word that when we draw close to you, you will draw close to us. God, we thank you for everything that you're doing in our lives. We pray that you would just bring us all together on May 2nd. That would be this great party, this reunion of old friends, and that you would be at the heart of all of it, that we could bring you all the praise and glory. God, we love you so much, and we pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, I'm going to hang on in the chat for a few minutes. If you have any questions, comments about life, Jesus, the Bible, or anything in general, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Otherwise, remember, no live stream next week. In 7th grade, or if you are in 6th grade going into 7th grade in the fall, next Wednesday night, we're going to have an open house right here to kind of welcome our current 7th graders, because we didn't welcome them properly last year, and make sure our new 7th graders coming in feel welcomed and loved. We're going to show off the place. We're going to have some games, food, prizes. We're going to do some cool stuff. Make sure you join us next Wednesday night, the 28th, 6:30 to 7:30. Current 7th graders and kids going into 7th grade in the fall, you are welcome. Bring your folks. They can play too. That's what we're doing next Wednesday, so no live stream. But May the 2nd, we will be here in person in this room, 9:30 and 11 o'clock. If you can't make it to us in person, if you're out of state or you're not available, don't have a ride, you can still check out our live stream. We will live stream our 11 o'clock service, real time, just like we do here on Wednesdays, on Sunday morning. Man, I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Know that we love you, we miss you, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon. You guys are out of here.